Dyslexia is a learning disorder which involves difficulty in reading due to problems in identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate them to letters and words. Caregivers and teachers want a lot more awareness raised about this disorder that affects at least 20% of the population. Our correspondent Kimi Balogun reports.
We went shopping. By the time we finished shopping, there was a long queue for us to make payments. It is so difficult to have a child with special needs, if it's hyperactive, stand in line in a queue. It's impossible. My dear, I prayed all the prayers I knew that day.
A story of a typical day by Rafat Salami, who has a 14-year-old son with dyslexia. Children who have this disorder are at an increased risk of having an attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, which is ADHD, and vice versa. ADHD can cause difficulty sustaining attention as well as hyperactivity and impulsive behavior, which can make dyslexia harder to treat.
As we all know that children with all disabilities, especially dyslexia, they have their issues with decoding, and the ones with ADHD, they have issues with hyperactive issues. So when you involve, there is what a program called the SUN program, Special Education Needs. So we have a special education needs.
People with dyslexia have normal intelligence and usually have normal vision. Most children with the disorder can succeed in school with proper special tutoring or a specialized education program. But shockingly, only 2% of teachers in Nigeria can work with children with disorders like dyslexia.
Special education is a field that I will say is the best for people to go into, so that we can be able to bring those children together and work together with all the normal children and work with all the other schools to help them feel loved, accepted, and not discriminated.
Most of the special needs children, they love colors. You can see it's very colorful to motivate them to learn.
Emotional support for these kids plays an important role in helping children with dyslexia.
I don't feel stigmatized that I have a child that has needs. And my child is doing very well because I don't feel stigmatized. I take my child anywhere I go to. Nearly everybody who knows me knows my child because I'm not ashamed of my child. There's nothing to be ashamed of, really. We want to encourage parents, don't be ashamed of your child.
Most times the disorder goes undiagnosed for years and isn't recognized until adulthood. There is no cure yet for dyslexia, but early assessment and intervention can result in the best outcome. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.